With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where putting Taylor Swift in an episode title is good for downloads, this is Ballot.
That's right. Congrats to Taylor Swift. Is the algorithm picking all this up? Let's hit this. Taylor Swift and Travis-Kelce are engaged. I'm Patrick Gutfield, and President Trump has officially weighed in with his blessing. Trump told reporters during a cabinet meeting, while discussing important matters of state, I wish them a lot of luck. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy. I think that she's a terrific person, so I wish them a lot of luck. This is particularly fascinating because Trump and Swift haven't exactly been pen pals. She's been critical of him in the past, and he's returned the favor. But apparently an engagement announcement is enough to call a temporary ceasefire in their ongoing cultural war. The real question is whether Trump was asked about this engagement during the cabinet meeting, or if he just volunteered his opinion. Picture this. They're discussing foreign policy, and suddenly Trump interrupts with, by the way, great news about Taylor and Travis. Tremendous couple. Really tremendous. It's also worth noting that Trump managed to compliment both of them without taking any credit for their relationship, which shows remarkable restraint. Usually when something good happens, he finds a way to connect it back to his presidency. The Trump administration has decided that immigration detention centers need catchy, alliterative names, and we've gone from Alligator Alcatraz in Florida to Speedway Slammer in Indiana to the newly announced Cornhusker Clink in Nebraska. Apparently, someone in the White House discovered that marketing detention facilities like theme parks was the missing piece of immigration policy. What's next? Buckeye Brig in Ohio? Lone Star Lockup in Texas? The president has even joked that detainees in Florida should learn the best way to run from an alligator in case they escape. Which is helpful advice, I suppose, though probably not the kind of life skills workshop you'd expect from federal detention facilities. The administration is calling this government by troll, which is apparently their official strategy now. The facilities themselves sound about as pleasant as you'd expect from places with joke names. Detainees at Alligator Alcatraz complain that lights stay on all night and the tents leak during rainstorms. A federal judge actually ordered much of the facility dismantled last week, but Florida is appealing and planning to open a second center called Deportation Depot, because apparently Alligator Alcatraz wasn't quite catchy enough. Vanity Fair's new boss wants to put Melania Trump on the cover, and the staff is having what can only be described as a complete meltdown. We're talking full-scale apocalypse here. The global editorial director, Mark Guiducci, floated this idea, and one editor immediately declared they would walk out the mother-effing door and take half the staff with them. He's also had it with the snakes on the plane. This particular editor went on to say they'd rather bag groceries at Trader Joe's than put Melania on the cover. And look, I respect the principle, but going from editing glossy magazine spreads to asking paper or plastic is quite the career pivot. This same editor guaranteed that half the editorial staff would walk out. Half. They've apparently conducted an internal poll on Melania-induced resignations. What did they do? Pass around a clipboard in the break room? Circle yes if you'll quit over a cover photo. But then reality kicked in. Another employee basically said, yeah, right, it's all talk. Vice President J.D. Vance decided to share his own unique understanding of history on Meet the Press. When asked about Ukraine, Vance confidently declared that all wars end in compromise and negotiation. His examples? World War I and World War II. Now, I'm no history professor, but I'm pretty sure World War II didn't end with everyone sitting around a conference table splitting the difference. It ended when Germany collapsed and Hitler killed himself, followed by Japan surrendering after 2 atomic bombs. That's not negotiation. That's complete and total defeat. Hey, we will surrender if you stop annihilating our cities. So the United States has confirmed its first case of something called screwworm, which sounds like either a rejected Marvel villain or something you'd find in your junk drawer, or maybe something you'd find in the Epstein files. But no, this is actually a flesh-eating parasite that a traveler brought back from Central America. The Department of Health and Human Services announced this cheerful news, explaining that someone returned from El Salvador carrying these delightful little passengers. Now, screwworms are parasitic flies whose females lay eggs in wounds, and when those eggs hatch, hundreds of larvae burrow through living flesh like tiny, hungry contractors renovating your body without permission. They get their name because the maggot's feeding pattern resembles a screw being driven into wood, which is exactly the kind of imagery you want when discussing parasites eating you alive. The government is assuring everyone that the risk to public health is very low, which is also the government that promised us COVID would be gone by Easter. Portions of today's show were made with the help of AI. Release the Epstein files, you coward!
Taylor Swift has a new album coming, The Life of a Showgirl, and we've got all the details. Join us every Sunday on the Taylor Swift Today podcast, your ultimate source for everything happening in Taylor's world. From her romance with Travis-Kelce to career milestones, legal battles, and cultural impact, we cover it all. I'm Allie, and I'll bring you exclusive insights, breaking news, and the stories that matter to Swifties everywhere. Whether it's new music, red carpet appearances, or the latest from the Eras Tour, we're your weekly destination for Taylor Swift news. Subscribe to Taylor Swift Today wherever you get your podcasts.
From Calaroga Shark Media comes Celebrity Trials, the explosive new podcast that exposes the truth behind America's most captivating cases. I'm Reed Carter, and I'll take you inside real-live daily trials and classic celebrity cases where fame, power, and justice collide. From Jeffrey Epstein's billion-dollar sex trafficking empire to the prep school killer who walked free, from family annihilators to celebrity plea deals. Discover the shocking verdicts, twisted evidence, and cultural forces that shape American justice. These aren't just crimes, they're cultural moments that reveal who we really are. Justice isn't always swift, but it's absolutely riveting. Celebrity Trials, available wherever you get your podcasts.
You can call me James. I spent 23 years designing aircraft that officially don't exist for agencies you think TV made up. Until I started asking the wrong questions. Navy ships are recording objects moving at impossible speeds. Infrastructure is failing in coordinated patterns. The moon looks smaller than it did 10 years ago. None of this is a coincidence. The official explanations don't add up. This is Paranormal Aliens, where we connect the dots they don't want connected. If you're hearing this, you know where to get podcasts. Follow Paranormal Aliens. New episodes weekly until they shut me down.